Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Shadow in the Cloud. And this is first film release of 2021, dropped right here on New Year's Day. And this is from director Roseanne Liang, and Liang also wrote the screenplay along with Max Landis, and starring Chloe Grace Moretz. And this film is about a young woman who is part of Majesty's military and hops aboard a plane in New Zealand during World War II and has a secret and mysterious case with her, and her orders are to protect it at all costs. And what she winds up dealing with on this plane is extreme sexism, creepy gremlin, and attacks from the Japanese. And it is quite a film. This is an action thriller, it's a mystery, it has a lot of layers to it, a lot of things going on, and does it all come together? That's the interesting question. And this film starts off with a traditional animated film that was set up talking about gremlins and how they're responsible for all the bad things going on military planes. Which is interesting because I thought gremlins were the things from, the movie Gremlins. But apparently this is a myth among military, and this film, obviously they knew about it, so they built their whole film around it. Because Moretz's character gets on this plane and is shoved right into the bottom turret of the plane and forced to be in there. She's basically locked in because things start falling apart. And they don't believe her when she's like, there's a creepy thing outside on this plane. And you have stuff like that. You have all these men, which for the first half of this film, it's very much just Moretz in this circular turret communicating with all the other actors in the film over radio. And you have a Nick Robinson who honestly is just as significant as every other male character in this film, because really it's Moretz in this turret, the camera's with her, and she's just communicating over radio with them for at least half of this film, which it's claustrophobic, it's intense, it's suspenseful, there's an air of mystery. Who is she? Is she really who she says she is? What's in the package that she's protecting? And why are all these guys such assholes? Like, really, they're horrible people. And you have this one dude who's like, okay, I'll take care of this package, and the rest of them extremely sexually harass her and also treat her like crap. And you experience that throughout. And you have her, Moretz gives a fantastic performance. There's a lot of energy, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of anguish, there's a lot of just commanding presence at times throughout the film. Even as the film goes into the second half being much more of an action thriller, she's selling some crazy intense sequences on the outside on the underbelly of a plane, stuff like that. And Lang does such a great job directing the film in terms of building that tension. The first half of this film is so incredible in how much it does with so little. And the action sequences are intense, and you have this very synthy score that feels out of place in a World War II film, but really matches the energy of what's going on in the film. So, it's cool, it works, but you have all of this going on and trying to balance all these things, and then once you get to the point where you find out the mystery of what's going on, it doesn't necessarily meet the expectations of all the great tension that's been building up to this point. It's an interesting choice that they go with. It was shocking, it surprised me, I did not expect it. But did it really live up to the hype? That's another question. And then you get into the film where then it just turns into a really dumb creature feature, action movie feature, and you're just full blown, forget the subtleties of everything, and also forget the logic and physics, because there's one particular thing that happens in this incredible set piece that is so stupid that I was sitting there like, it took me completely out of the movie, and I was chastising the film watching it. It was that dumb. I'm wondering, was that Liang or Max Landis who put that part in? Which the story has a lot going on. a lot of different things it's trying to balance. And in general, it's a bit of a hot mess, but it's a fun hot mess. And in the end, I feel like Shadow in the Sky, Shadow in the Cloud is a crazy, ambitious genre flick trying to do many, many things, anchored by a very strong performance. And I think it's worth at least a watch. I don't know if I'd pay the $20 that you have to pay for, but I did pay $12 renting it from the Philly Film Society. So, shameless plugs out there. Go check it out there. It's cheaper, and it's going to a good cause. But those are my thoughts on Shadow in the Cloud. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you, as always, for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.